Well, you're a Rangers fan. You would say that, wouldn't you? That's going to be the comeback. I know it is, as we look at how Rangers will win the treble this season, guys. Look, I'm going to try and be as open and as level-headed as possible here, which I know is very hard when it comes to considering that lot across the city. But we're going to try and obviously predict the end to the season. Rangers are 6 games away from winning an unlikely domestic treble. I think we can all agree that looking back across this season, if we go back to that post-Aberdeen game feeling when Michael Beale was sacked, when it all seemed impossible, when they were already celebrating the league title, as they now are again, we all kind of just were kind of like, well, if we win the League Cup and finish third, that'll be a great achievement. But you know what? It's looking so much better. And I know we had that moment, didn't we, after Ross County and Dundee, when everything seemed black. That's what being a Rangers fan is all about. It's highest highs and the lowest lows and the impossibility of everything to the probability of everything, isn't it? Now, look, again, I know what you're going to say, and I know what they'll say is, you would say that you're a Rangers fan, but I'll be honest with you. I look at that running, the last 5 league games that they have and the last 5 league games that we have, and where their games are taking place and where our games are taking place. And I'll be honest with you, I'd rather have our running than their running. I know going to Parkhead is never easy, but look, law of averages states that pretty soon our luck's got to turn there. You'd hope. You know, let's face it, Ross County had never beaten Rangers up until very recently, and they did. And this season has been kind of unpredictable in a way, hasn't it, really? I mean, there's been results that I don't think anyone would have seen. Results for the Old Firm that, again, people would have thought, well, that's not going to happen, is it? It's the Old Firm. They win 99% of their games anyway, so they're not going to lose there or drop points here or come apart there, are they? So that's not going to happen, but it does. You know, Scottish pitches, Scottish referees, Scottish VAR teams, anything can happen. Now, I know there's the theory about referees in Scotland, which I don't want to talk about because I don't want to land myself in trouble again. But look, anything's possible. If you dare to dream, you can achieve anything. That's what I was told once, and we dare to dream. So, look, let's look at it as it is at the moment. This is the league table as it stands at this moment in time on the 25th of April. So, as it stands at this present moment in time, Celtic are top, unfortunately, on 78 points. We are second on 75 points. The goal difference is +5 in their favour. Hearts are third, Killie are fourth, St Mirren are fifth, Dundee are sixth, and the rest, let's just not worry about it, other than perhaps having a little giggle at Aberdeen in 9th place. So it's 3 points. It's down to 3 points. Now, even if we were to go to Parkhead and win, there is no guarantee that we win the league because of the goal difference being +5. We do need a turnaround in goal difference. And look, I'm not going to try and predict scores. I'm not going to try and predict results in terms of that because I'll tell you now, it's a fool's game. It's impossible. And if I could accurately predict results, I'd be a very rich man by now, wouldn't I? Because that's what I would do. I'd put money on it and I'd probably win quite a bit of money. So going into these last 5 games, they sit on 78 points. We sit on 75 points. Now, play along at home. Please do in the comments. Drop your predictions in the comments. Now, I'm going to run the table. Let's run the table. Let's run the fixtures and see how we're going to get on. We're going to start with our fixtures, of course. We're going to leave the Old Firm game till the end. And we're going to look at where the games are played, recent history against these teams, and, you know, what the situation is between ourselves and them. So we start away St Mirren at St Mirren Park on Sunday, live here on the channel, guys. Please come and join us for it. Look, our record against St Mirren at St Mirren is pretty decent. Look, we don't often lose to St Mirren. That's a fact. St Mirren have had a decent enough season, but you've kind of got to feel that, you know, in recent times their record has kind of dropped off a little bit, hasn't it? They started the season oh so well and actually could have gone top at one point. But that all fell apart. And now I think they're lucky to be where they are. Look, you look at the last few games, us against them again this season. We've been very, very successful there. You know, we've done very well at St Mirren. So I'm not particularly worried about that. You know, if you look at the last 10 games as well, going to Sundays, our last 10, our form's not brilliant, but neither is theirs. They've only won 3 out of their last 10. So like I said, their form is not great going into that game. Like I said as well, our head-to-head stats against them is very good as well. We have a decent record against them, and they're not a team that often do well against us. So I'm going to go for a 3-pointer on Sunday. Now, I'll be honest with you. With 5 games, we've got to win 5. I don't think there is any opportunity for us to slip up again now. We've lost 6 games this season, which is a lot. There's no chance now. If we slip up again, it's done. It's done. I genuinely think that. Now, next up on the 5th, again, live here on the channel, guys, Killy at home and Ibrox. Again, I can't see anything other than 3 points there because I'll be honest, if it was at Rugby Park, I might feel different. If it was on that horrible plastic pitch, I might feel different. It's not an easy place to go. Derek McInnes always has them bang up for it, well organised. When they come to Ibrox, they never seem to play as well. So I'm going to go for 3 points there. Now, like I said, I think Killy have been great this season. Fantastic. And Derek McInnes deserves all the praise in the world for the job he's done with Killy this year. Celtic away, I'm going to leave until the end. Dundee at home, again, I can't see. I know Dundee drew with us at Dens Park, but you kind of count the horrible pitch. One eye, maybe on the semi-final as well from Rangers to some degree with the players. Poor performance. I don't see that happening again. I don't see that happening at Ibrox. I don't see anything other than a Rangers win there. Hearts away on the last day of the season. Now, some people have said, oh, this could be tricky. This could be a hard game because Hearts have had a good season. Yes. You know what? I don't like Stephen Naismith, but respect to him for the job that he's done this season with Hearts. They have done really well, and they've, since the winter break, pretty much kept point for point with us and Celtic, so fair play to them. But our record against them is very good this season. We haven't lost to them. They haven't beaten us in 18 games. Again, I can't see anything other than a 3-pointer for Rangers there. So, look, I know what you're going to say. Oh, and you're going to say that you're a Rangers fan. I'm trying to deal on the realistic things, on the form, on the way we've played against them, on results against them, and how things are looking at this moment in time. So, let's take that. That's ours. Okay, we're going to leave the Old Firm game to the end, guys. We will get to the Old Firm game. Don't you worry. Okay, so Celtic go to Dens Park on the weekend. Well, they'll be hoping they get to go to Dens Park. You never really know whether that's going to take place. If there's suddenly another bout of global warming in Dundee, which was what they said, there's every chance that the game might not take place. It might be rained off because, let's face it, Dens Park is a subject of severe global warming. Now, last time out, Dundee lost 7-1 to Celtic. That was, though, at Celtic Park. They also lost 3-0 to Celtic, and they lost 3-0 away at Dens Park as well. Now, as shit as the pitch is at Dens Park, as bad as it is, I cannot see Dundee taking anything from Celtic. I genuinely cannot see them getting anything out of Celtic on that game. I just think they'll lay down and let Celtic smash them. So I think that'll be 3 points to Celtic. Okay, now let's look at the next game up. The next game up is back at Sharkhead, back at the Pedo Dome, back at the Gyro Dome, whatever you want to call it. And it is Celtic versus Hearts. Okay, so Celtic versus Hearts this season has not gone according to plan for them, has it really? They would say that, look, that's a game they should be winning. That's a game they should be doing well at. And they haven't done great in it. They haven't done great in it, have they? You look at their results this season. They lost 2-0 at Hearts on the 3rd of March. They lost 2-0 to Hearts at the Gyro Dome. They did beat them 4-1 at Tynecastle at the start of the season. Hearts have won 2 out of the 3 this season against Celtic. Now, I'm not pinning as much hope on this as I am on another game later on for them, but I see Hearts getting a point from this game. I genuinely could. Stephen Naismith will have them bang up from him. He'll want to get a result there. He'll want to go out on a high. And, actually playing Hearts this second half of the season could be dangerous. Why? Because Hearts have got nothing to play for. Because, you look back at that table. Looking back at the table, the SPL table, they aren't going to get caught. They're pretty much guaranteed that for that 3rd spot. And let's face it, St Mirren can't catch them. 58 points is the most St Mirren can get. Realistically, they're not going to get that. Killy can get 66, so they theoretically only need another 4 to be clear of Killy because their goal difference is better. So I genuinely don't see Hearts being caught, and Hearts have got nothing to play for. They've just genuinely, and when a team has nothing to play for, they can just go for it. So I can't see them getting a point there. Okay, leaving the Old Firm game. Remember, leaving the Old Firm game. Okay, Killy away. I think this is going to be a draw. I do genuinely think that Killy will get something out of this game. Killy's record against them this season is very, very good indeed. Derek McInnes always has them absolutely bang up for this game. He always has them, ready to fight, ready to kick off against Celtic. And not only have Killy done it at home, they've also done it against Celtic at Celtic Park. 1-1 last time out on the 17th of Feb. 2-1 to Killy at Rugby Park. They did lose 3-1 to them at the start of the season. But, they've got to put it in their last 4 games. They've actually beaten Celtic twice, drawn with them once, and only lost to Celtic once in their last 4 games against Celtic. So I can see Killy getting a point here. I genuinely can. I think Celtic smashed St Mirren on the last day of the season. So without the Old Firm game, how does that make it? How does that put it, guys and gals listening to this? So that would give me a total of 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 more points to add on to Rangers' total, which gives me 87 points. It gives me 8 more points to add on to Celtic's total, which gives us 86 points, which makes that Old Firm game absolutely massively crucial at Parkhead. Look, we do it. I honestly can see us going there and getting something, because everybody just thinks, and I think they think as well, the league's done. They genuinely think that the league is done and dusted. Okay. So I genuinely think it isn't done and dusted. They think it's done and dusted. They think it's as good as theirs. They think it's over. That's how they're thinking. I'm telling you now, because their arrogance will be telling them that. Their arrogance is up. You should see the comments that I delete from this channel's TikTok, this channel's YouTube, this channel's Twitter, this channel's Instagram, this channel's Facebook comments from them. They think the trophy's theirs. They think the cup's theirs. They think they've already won the league and cup double this season. They genuinely do. And their arrogance will count against them, I think. It could well do. So I can see it finishing at the end of the season with us winning the league. So my projection, and it could all fall apart, I know, on the weekend, because it's a very Rangers thing to happen. But this is my projection for the end of the season. It is that Rangers come top of the league on 90 points and Celtic finish second on 86 points, and we win the league by 4 points. That is my projection. That is my prediction. Guys, let me know what you think. Guys, remember, we're also turning that 6K mark, so please smash that sub. I also think we win the cup. We do one at Hampden against them. I think we win the cup. I think we win the treble. Genuinely do, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Just put down there, Owen, you've gone bonkers, you've gone mad, you've lost the plot. If you think I have, if you agree with me, agree with me. But let me know what you think, what the final result in the league will be and the final result in the cup final will be. Guys, keep tuning into Glasgow Rangers Nation for live streams, for podcasts, and for your daily news and opinion videos. Thank you for watching. As always, guys, it has been an unbelievable pleasure speaking to you all out there. And there's 2 things I always ask of you. Number 1, to smash the like. And number 2, to remember always, we are the people.